Welcome back to the channel, folks. So I didn't know when I was going to do this second part. I did the first part of this last night while I was on my 10-hour break. I didn't plan my trip that well, and I found out that I had to do a 8 and 2 split to get to my first appointment this morning. So now I'm doing my 2-hour break and getting my hours caught back up. So I decided to do part 2. Now, I was wanting to go really in depth with this part, with all of the equipment and the audio stuff that I use, but we'll see how it goes. I don't know how it's going to go right now, but we'll just wing it and see how it goes. Your best option on YouTube: battery life, downloadable capabilities, low light to where you can film at night. Everything, I mean, totally everything is all contained in one device, and it is this right here, a cell phone, because it has a camera. Now, I heard a guy talking on YouTube the other day. I watch all kinds of different YouTube channels, all kinds of different YouTube videos, and I was looking for a low light camera that I could put in the truck and do like B-roll footage of me driving and everything. And the guy even said on the video, your best option is your cell phone. But he said, I keep so much information on my cell phone. When I go to download it to the computer, I have like 1,200 different files, and I have to sit there and pick through the files. Think outside of the box, people. Buy a cell phone just for the camera. Don't use it. Don't put a SIM card in it. Don't use it for anything else but doing videos with. You can buy, a refurbished or a slightly used or an open box Samsung camera phone, or a phone, and use it just for the camera. You can buy one, off of eBay or Amazon or an overstock site or something like that for way less than $1,500, and you've got everything right there that you need. And they're waterproof, and most of them have your audio input, so you can use an external mic and it sounds better. It's easily downloaded to the computer into your editor. There's nothing better than a cell phone. There's absolutely nothing better to do videos with than a cell phone. I would suggest you get just a cell phone just for your YouTube videos. Don't put a SIM card in it. Put an SD card in it, but don't put a SIM card in it, and just use it. Have this phone for your use and have a spare phone just for YouTube. That's thinking with your head. That's thinking with your noodle, Mr. Noodle. Does anybody ever watch Elmo's World? Now, here's another tripod that I bought. You can buy this one at Walmart, and it's $7, I think. It's really nifty because it's a tripod. It folds out. You can fold your arms back in. It pivots right here. It has your quarter 20 mount on there. You can buy these little deals. It's an extendable cell phone holder. Fits right on top of there. So now you have pistol grip for your cell phone, camera, and you're good to go. Right there. You're good to go. And if you want better audio out of it, you've got another quarter 20 under here So get you a quarter 20 for your external microphone, plug it in, to your external microphone port. You're walking around and you're filming and you're perfect. The best thing to use as a trucker, YouTuber, is your cell phone. You won't spend a ton of money on accessories. The cell phone has got endless possibilities. If you're wanting a really, really, really nice one, I've heard the Google Pixels are excellent video quality. I don't have one. My son has one. I guess I could talk to him about how good the video quality is. This one is a Motorola. It's an old phone. Another one that is good that I've heard about is the Samsung, I think it's S24. Some of the higher end, cell phone from Samsung. I bet you didn't know that trucking and politics is not my first YouTube channel. Nope, it's not. I had another channel called Come Trucking With Me. Now save yourself some time and don't go try to find that channel because it no longer exists. It's deleted, it's done, it's over, it's history. That channel was exclusively done with a GoPro. Exclusively. I didn't use any other equipment but my little GoPro. I'll show you here. This is a GoPro Hero 5. It's an older model GoPro. And I found out really quick doing videos with GoPros suck. They really, really suck. The video quality is not that bad. But what I was doing was I was putting this in a cage. That's what this piece is the back side of what they call a cage. And I was mounting it to this little doohickey here. This is called let me see if I can get it lined up. A U-rig, I guess. It's UURIG. It is called a magnetic ball mount. This is a magnet. You stick it to the side of your truck, wherever, and put your GoPro, on top of this. You have to have some type of connector to stick it on there. I would just slap it onto the door on the front end of the truck, whatever was metal, and I would record. What I found out really quick after doing that is you don't have any audio. And if you do have you do have an audio, but it's wind noise. That's it. And I was thinking, well, I would be talking over the video. And then I found out I don't have a mic to go along with that. So how am I going to do video, or audio rather? And then I thought, well, I'll get a microphone and I'll use a voice recorder of some sort to overlay the video on there. And then I started going down this rabbit hole because you have to think then, well, how are you going to sync your video and your audio together? I'm going to need some type of editing software. Never used it before. I was just downloading the videos before on the other channel. I was just downloading them straight onto YouTube. No editing, no nothing. And yeah. And I thought, I'm going to have to reconsider this. And what's weird about that is even though that channel sucked and it was just video of me driving and that's it, I still got 4 subscribers and I still got, I think, 100 views. So it just goes to show you, just putting anything out on YouTube, somebody will watch it. after I started getting into this, I completely stopped that channel. Completely just shut it down and stopped it. And I started rethinking what I was going to do, how I was going to go about it, what equipment I needed, and I started going down this rabbit hole of equipment, and it just went on and on and on. That's why I don't like GoPros. That specific thing right there is you can't just buy the camera and just say, okay, I'm good, I've got the camera. Not doing trucking videos, you can't. Because the very least, you're going to have a cage. You're going to have some type of audio on this little thing that is sticking out here. On my GoPro, the Hero 5, I thought you could just plug something in there and get audio out of it. Nope, doesn't work. You have to have this thing. I'll pull it out for you. It fits in there really tight. It is called, I think it's called a dongle. And you can only use the one from GoPro. I don't know if you can see that, but it says GoPro on it. And it is a external mic adapter for a GoPro. I think the very first GoPro that came out, GoPro 1, had a jack that you could just stick audio straight into it. But I think, if I'm not mistaken, any GoPro after GoPro 1, you can't. You have to have this adapter, and it's about 50 or 60 bucks for this little doohickey right here. Fortunately, I found one used on eBay. I think I paid still $30 for this one. But then you have to have some way to put it all together. So I came up with this cage. This was my original cage that I used. It's just an underwater waterproof cage. And you can get these for like $5. And that's what I was using before. And I was mounting it onto that U-rig, sticking it on the side of the truck. Like I said, no audio. This has no holes in it whatsoever. There's no way to stick this in there. So I started going down this rabbit hole, and I started buying all types of equipment. I'll show you. I've got it all out here. Look at all this crap. All of this crap I have bought basically for the GoPro. And it still sucked, because the way you download it onto the internet, it only goes in 15-minute segments. So you have to put all of those segments together. It takes forever to download the file off of a GoPro onto the computer. And then you have, no matter how long you're recording, you have, maybe 30 clips, and then you have to go through each one of those clips and put them together and put them in the editor, and then you got your audio, and it may be out of sync, and GoPros just suck. I just don't like them. I really don't like them. And they're the most popular camera that there is out there, I think, especially for doing this type of stuff. Now, if you're really good at syncing and doing audio and doing editing and all that, you may like a GoPro. The other downside about GoPro is, what did I do with my GoPro? Here it is. The other downside about GoPro is, if you've ever used one, they get really, really hot. Especially if you're doing 4K with a higher frame rate, like 120 frames per second on 4K, this thing will get so hot you can't touch it. I mean, it's like 250 degrees. No joke. I mean, this thing just gets blistering hot. And the battery life on it will diminish down to like 30 minutes of charge on one battery. The battery on this is this little battery. And what I found by doing research on this is a nifty little thing. Let me put it together for you. You put it all in your cage. You hook your little microphone adapter on. I got this cage from a company called Movo, and because it's got the holder for the external mic adapter on it, and it's got a cold shoe, I think is what they call it, on top, and you know, it's got the connector on the bottom for all your GoPro accessories. What I found out with the battery on this is there is a thing to the battery life here. The battery life on a GoPro really sucks, and then you get down this rabbit hole of accessories and everything. What I found out with the GoPro is you get one of these, a battery extender, a power bank, and you can get these really small like this one. I've got two of them. These came from Harbor Freight, and I don't know, you know, where you get these. I think these actually have been discontinued, but you have an outlet. This is your charge port at the top. This is your power outlet. And, you know, you just put Velcro on the back of it. Before I had it mounted to my windshield. That's why I have this old Velcro on it. But you just mount it to the back of this. Run you a little short wire. I've got one somewhere. I think it's in that bag that fell. Yeah, this little short white wire. You get that and just run it from your power bank to your GoPro, and you will extend your battery life on a GoPro from, say, 30-45 minutes up to like 2 hours with just a little power bank. You know, and they also make this handle at GoPro that's got a battery in it that is separate than your GoPro. You run the little wire from here to here, and I think on some of those you can get up to like 3 hours of record time on it. But those handles from GoPro, I think, are like $100 or $150. They're really expensive. The other thing that sucks about GoPro, especially these older ones like this, the low light on them is non-existent. So if you're wanting to do nighttime video, if you're wanting to use it like a dash cam at night, forget about it, because GoPros don't work at night. The low light sensor in them is like non-existent. They're only daytime use cameras. And if you use them at night outside, you can use, you know, an LED light like that. That's what the cold shoe here is. You can mount it to that and turn your light on. They make these little filters that snap on here. Okay. Now, when you're in the cage like this, you can't snap those filters on. And if you've looked at those, they are they have a fancy name for them, a UV filter or something like that. I got to thinking about it, and I thought, well, what do you do when you get out in bright light? You know, I wear glasses, and they're transition lenses, so they change, get dark when I go outside. And I was thinking, isn't that just a sunglass? That little filter that goes on there, isn't that just a sunglass? And I got to thinking more about it, so I come up with this nifty trick. I put a little piece of Velcro right there, and I went to the dollar store and bought a cheap pair of sunglasses. No, I'm not singing Cheap Sunglasses by ZZ Top, but it fits on there just like that. Is that not neat? For $1, you get two. You get two lenses. And the other thing that is really cool about this is, let me get it on there. It's a little hard to clip it, but it almost looks like it's a factory thing, right? And that's just an inverted sunglass lens. I've got another one here in this bag for an extra, and it works great. I would show you the footage, but it works just like what you think it does. It blocks out the sunlight, and you've got endless colors of sunglasses. You can get red, you can get yellow. They make a bronze one. They make a mirrored finish one that reflects the light. I mean, your endless possibilities of sunglass lenses to put on your GoPro. And even with all of that, the GoPro still sucks. So that's my take on it. That's just my take. You just go down a rabbit hole with GoPro. And you can easily spend anywhere from $300 to $1,500 on a GoPro setup, and it will still suck because of the downloading, the battery life, the accessories that you have to buy, and it just keeps going and going and going and going. And it's just, it's endless. This is a tripod that I bought. But this tripod, will fit on here to where you can walk around, and hold your GoPro. It's really neat because, well, I don't have the extended part. There's a part inside here. It comes off of here. It's hidden. And it goes, between your GoPro and the holder here. And it extends out. So, you can use it as a tripod, as just a GoPro holder like this. Or you can put the extended part in here and you can use it as a selfie stick. This part here all came together in one box. I'll put a picture up here of it. It's called Suit Photo. And it also came with this LED light. And it's on. And it shouldn't be on. So while it's on, I'll just take it out and show it to you. I didn't know that it was on. I've got it wrapped up in this plastic because I didn't want it scratched up. In this Suit Photo thing, you get this LED light also. And it broke. But that's okay. I can fix it. It has an LCD screen. And you can change this light from a yellowish color to white. It's kind of hard to turn it. The knob is really small. And I've got these big sausage fingers. You can't really see it on the camera, but it changes from, a dim yellow light to a bright ultra white light. It also has a dimmer on it. If you can see that, maybe I can get it in focus a little bit. This whole set, there's the name of it, Suit Photo, SUTEFOTO. And it all comes in this set, with the GoPro holder. It has a ball, what is called a ball mount on this, like this doohickey, because this comes apart. And this little part right here is called a ball mount. And it's a 1/4-20, which is standard for everything. 1/4-20, so you can put that on this, and then you have a ball mount on it. The ball mount that came with this one broke. I've got it somewhere. It's right here in this bag. It's right there. And it broke. But this whole Suit Photo thing is $7. $7. And I bought two of them because they are so versatile to use with a GoPro. And if you know, GoPro stuff is very, very expensive. That LED light will last for hours. It's got a rechargeable battery in it. That suit photo kit, I mean, it's cheap. You know, it's built real cheap. It's Chinese cheap to where parts will break in it. But just for the LED light and just for this alone, and none of the other stuff that's included in it, it's worth the $7. Just the LED light itself is worth $7, in my opinion. And then you get all the extra stuff, so it's like, you know, extras for free. The other thing is mounts, and you'll go down the rabbit hole with mounts. Here's one that I bought. It's called, let me see if I can get the name up here. Neewer, Neewer, a Neewer brand. This is called a crab clamp. I guess you can see why you call it a crab clamp, because it looks like crab claws here. You know, you can mount this. This is, again, your ball head mount. I'm not going to take it off because it comes apart and has pieces in it when you take it apart. But this is the part that I said with Suit Photo, it breaks. This little doohickey right here, I think was $11, brand new. $11. And you can get these in all kinds of configurations. You can get them with these adjustable arms that swivel. You can get one that's a double crab clamp that has one here, and then, you know, like a little extension here, and then another crab clamp on the other side, to where you can clamp one piece on it and then another piece on it to the other end. You can get like 3 or 4 of these and put them together, take the pieces off of one and onto another, and you've got endless possibilities with these, and they work with your cell phone. You've got your quarter 20 here. Get you one of these little doohickeys. Put it right on there. Mount it to your truck. Right there. Now, all total, this came with that Suit Photo kit, I believe, if I remember right. I've got another one somewhere. It's in all this junk up here. But I've got another one of these that's a spare in case this one breaks. You can buy just these things for $3 or $4 or something like that. You can buy a kit that has these in it. You can buy the crab clamp that already comes equipped with one of these on there for $11 or $12. You don't have to spend a ton of money. You don't have to go down the GoPro hole. You don't have to go through the GoPro rabbit hole with all of this stuff. GoPros suck. Now, there is a couple of things about GoPros that I do like, and I can't find it with any other camera, is they're voice activated. Let me turn it on and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Turn it on. You know, you got your screen going there. And you just say, GoPro, start recording. And we're recording. GoPro, stop recording. And it stops recording. GoPro, take a photo. GoPro, take a burst. It'll take multiple photos. Let it save for a minute. And you can GoPro, power off. Once the power's off, you have to manually turn it back on. And it's also got an app. The app is called, let me see. I've got it downloaded. Maybe I don't. I have it downloaded to another device. But it's called Quick, I believe is what it's called. GoPro Quick. It's an app. You can control your GoPro from your phone. That's really deep. that part of it is really neat. And I think you have to have a Wi-Fi connection. Don't hold me to that, but I think you have to have a Wi-Fi connection, and you can see a preview on your screen of what your GoPro is recording. That's really neat. Another thing, you can get this. Let me open this up. I got this separate. You can buy this, an HDMI video capture card, I think is what this is, or an adapter. And you buy this cord, which is a mini, you see that? A mini HDMI cable. Buy one that's specific for GoPro though. These you can get any brand, any kind, any style. It's got the HDMI on this side. It's got a USB on this side. You can plug it into your computer, put your HDMI into your GoPro, and you can use your GoPro as a webcam. Neat, huh? I found that out too. You can use your GoPro as a webcam. Just remember, you have to have extra light to use your GoPro. At night inside of the truck, it's a little iffy using your GoPro. You're going to have some super high density lights to use your GoPro as your webcam, but it does work. It does work. Here's the setup that I've got. I have showed you guys before. So here is my microphone that I use. Hello? It is just a little cheap condenser microphone, USB condenser microphone. This one is by Mayono, and they don't make this one anymore. It's called a PM471, I believe. It's really good. I've used it throughout all of my videos. I've got a webcam. It is this one, a Boom Mini. Boom, that's the specific model. This Boom Collaboration is the brand name, but Boom Mini is the actual webcam that I use. And I bought it because I watched some videos and they say that it's really good in low light, and for the most part it is, but it's getting older, and I think whatever the processor or whatever in it cuts out from time to time. If you watch my videos, you'll see, some glitches and cutouts in it. So I think it's getting old and it's getting wore out. And I also have this thing. It's an extendable arm. It's got a 3/8 adapter on it. This is just for lights. You can hook a mic up to it. It's got the table clamp on it. It's just a little accessory thing that I bought. Sometimes I use this, sometimes I don't. But SD cards is a good thing to have, quite a few SD cards. They get expensive, especially if you get the big ones, the big storage SD cards. I've seen them as high as like $100 a piece. The SD cards are very expensive, but if you're going to get a SD card, get the good ones. Get the SanDisk brand. There's some other brands out there I don't know off the top of my head, but if you're going to be recording over and over and over on your SD card, get a good quality one, that will last being recorded all over it again. Another thing, I saw a few YouTubers talking about that they wanted to upgrade their mics. Now, like I said, I use this USB condenser mic, and I've used it, the entire time that I've been on this channel, because I record on my laptop, USB mic, and I can't show you, but webcam. That's how I do it. Now, people were talking about upgrading to a microphone. I bought this little cheap microphone when I first started, and it was a lavalier wireless mic. Paid like $18 for it, and it was awful. The sound coming out of it was horrible. It was either booming so loud that I would have to go into editing and turn it down because the factory gain on it was so high, and you couldn't manually adjust it down. It was just the way it was set. And I got tired of dealing with that little lavalier mic. I'm sure you've seen them advertised. They're like a little capsule, and then it has a foam head on it, and you just clip it on your shirt. They're really popular. Some of them work, some don't. The one that I got, it didn't work good. There's another just a clip-on plug-in lavalier mic. You can use those depending on which one you buy. They're ranging from $3 all the way up to $1,000. I mean, like a really, really high-end lavalier mic. They're just a clip-on like you'd see a news reporter use. You know, they clip onto your shirt, and then they have a wire that runs down into a box. What I found out was this, and this thing is just excellent. I don't use it that much. I should, because I bought it and I paid for it, and it's really, really good. But I wanted to show you this. It's another Mayono brand. No, Mayono does not sponsor me. I paid for this with my own cash. I wish they would. If you see this video, Mayono, send me some equipment, because I really like your equipment. I like your brand name. This is called a Mayono Dual Wireless Microphone System, WM821 series. Let me show you why this thing is so good. No, I'm not a paid sponsor, but I just about would be a paid sponsor for Mayono because it's such a good brand name. You open it up, you have this little bright yellow box. I just put the lid inside of the bottom of it, and this is what you get with it. And I've had this for a long time, and I just keep everything back in the box after I use it. You have this box, and it's got a charge port because the box has a battery in it. You open it up, and you have your transmitter and two microphones. The microphone looks like this. You have some adjustments. You also have your connector. There's a connector in the bottom of the box. I don't know if you can see it, but it's right there. It matches up to this. These are rechargeable. Your box is rechargeable, so you can use these. And I have used one of these all day long, like 10 hours, and it still worked. The batteries on these things are awesome. When they start dying and they go dead, you just stick it back in here. The light comes on. You got lights on the front. Stick it up somewhere and you charge it. You can use these all week. All week. And only have to charge it once. That's how good this thing is. You can just keep using them. See, it's already charged. You know what little bit that I had it out, you know, it used a little bit of battery on it, so it topped it back off. The battery is still full in the box. The microphones are still charged. The sound quality on these things are really, really awesome. They have what is called a low pass filter. You can do your own research on this kit, but it is awesome. It is really, really awesome. And it has, you know, it has a little carrying bag and audio cables. It also has this box that has two lavalier mics, USB-C cable, windscreen for your microphones. It has a little clip-on windscreen so you can wear it outside, like your foam thing on your Bluetooth. It has like that, but it's called a dead cat, if you know what I'm talking about. It has that. I don't want to take everything out, but I mean, it's everything that is in there. You get 2 lavalier mics, your charge cable, your windscreen. It has a little carrying bag so you can carry everything together in it. And the thing that I would want to mention, though, depending on what device you have, these are 3.5 millimeter jacks on this. Now, I don't know if you can buy this kit to where it has USB-C on it or not. I really don't. I don't know if it has that or not, but these particular ones that I have are 3.5 millimeters. You can buy a 3.5 millimeter to USB-C adapter. It's just a little short adapter cable. So if you, whatever device you're using, I know a lot of the DJI brand names, they use Type-C for their microphone adapter. So you'll have to buy that little adapter. And there's a specific one that you have to buy. They also make an adapter that is for headphones going into a USB-C. That won't work. That headphone to that won't work. You have to buy the specific one for a microphone to USB-C. Just do your research and find your right one. Buy this Maono microphone. I mean, if you want a wireless microphone, and there's all kinds of different brands also. There's a Hollywood, DJI makes one, Rode, RODE makes one, whatever brand that you like. I personally like this Maono brand. Maono, I like it myself. You may not. It works. And I have really good luck out of it. The battery life is superb. The sound of it is superb. If you really, really must use a GoPro, there you go. And on this, what I found out is these microphones have clips on the back of them so you can clip to your shirt. They also work on the cold shoe. You take your clip, like you clip your microphone to your shirt, just slide it right in there and it will hold it. Then you have, your microphone and your jack here, 3.5 millimeter jack. Make sure the cables that come in that, you have 2 cables, one for a camera and one for like a laptop or something. There is 2 different types of cables, a TRS and a TRRS. Make sure that you use the right cable for your audio, because cameras, just remember, cameras use a TRS. Audio equipment like your laptop or cell phone, whatever like that, is a TRRS. There's 2 different types. Make sure you don't get them confused, because I have before. And then I recorded a video and there was no audio, and I was thinking, why doesn't it work? And it's because I had the wrong cable in there. You can do some pretty cool driving footage at night with a cell phone, because the processor in these work really, really good at pulling the light in. And even though mine sucks, my camera sucks on this phone, it's still better than a GoPro at filming at night. Go figure. So that's all I have for you. Hopefully it helped. It's the stuff that I've used. This is all the equipment that I've got. Everything I use, the stuff that I have used, the stuff that I don't use. Little tricks that I found out. The camera, on the... I thought that truck was going to hit me. The little sunglass on your GoPro. Don't buy those expensive filters. Just buy you a sunglass lens and some Velcro, and you're good. I buy this industrial Velcro. It's like really, really hard black Velcro, and it's the hard part is on both sides of the Velcro, so you know, super powerful stuff, and it holds, so if you got wind or whatever, it's going to hold. Remember your external batteries for your GoPro. It'll last you a lot longer that way. Anyway, that's all I got. I'll start blabbing, as they always say that I do on here. I'll just blab, but hopefully this will help. And I am gearing up to use the last little bit of this year in announcing my big announcement for the channel. Hope you stick around for that. And I almost said what I was going to do. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to let you hang on for a little bit more. We got plans for the channel. And I'm wrapping all of this give back stuff, tips and tidbits of stuff that I've learned over my 1 year, and giving back to you, the viewers, that has made trucking and politics so great. Hopefully this helped. Hopefully this is good information for you. You learned something today, and I was a part of helping you learn something. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can always email me. I'll put that in the description. You guys take care of yourself. Don't be getting hit by trucks like I almost did. Be good to yourself. Take care. And we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.